Hi, I'm Susan LeBlanc, and this is Conversations with the Goodman School of Business. And my guest today is Claire McCarthy. Welcome, Claire.
Thank you.
And congratulations, because
Thank you.
Today you graduated from the Goodman School of Business.
Yes.
With a BBA, dual degree.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma.
I was, yes.
Wow, so it's a big day.
It was a lot of ceremony.
Yeah.
A lot of sitting and standing, but it was great.
Yeah, a good day.
An honor.
So, let's talk a bit about the dual degree, because it's a different program, a unique program. In fact, it's the only one of its kind in Canada. So, tell us a little bit about your experience with the dual degree.
So, in terms of finding out about the dual degree, I actually kind of stumbled upon it by accident. I was going through the OUAC website and I just saw this dual degree, go to Germany, and I was like, totally, sounds great to me. So I just applied through there and I didn't really know much about it. And when I got accepted, I knew 100% that's what I wanted to do. So you spend the first 2.5 years at Brock University, and then you go away for a 1.5 years, and I went to European Business School in Germany, and then you complete your studies there. You don't have to come back to Brock if you don't want to. So you can choose to continue education, but you do have a full degree when you return from Germany. So you really have to pack your years when you're at Brock. During my first year, I kind of got the feel of university, and I was kind of working on campus, but I wasn't really involved. And then I realized in my second year what I really liked, and with the Goodman School of Business, I kind of dove right in. I did business case competitions, I was involved with the BSA, and I just kind of crammed it all in because I knew I was going away to Germany. And then the whole environment changes when you go abroad. So it's such a refreshing change. Like everything from obviously your surroundings and the language are different, but it's also very unique to have a different style of teaching, because each country, I think, has its unique kind of student experience. So it was wonderful to have like my rich experiences at Brock and then also at EBS, be able to go and kind of learn things in a different way and from a different perspective, which I think all in all was huge for my personal and professional development.
Sure, yeah. And it's a big commitment, because you go and you live in Germany. In your case, the dual degree actually has 3 programs. I think when you started probably was just the German option, Germany. But we now have an option in France and one in Ireland. But it's a big commitment because you're going away for 2 years, 1.5 years?
Yeah, 18 months.
Yeah. And did you come back in between?
So I did. So you start in Germany in January, and then that summer, so in May, you can do an internship. And now you can do it in Germany, and a lot of my fellow students did stay in Germany or in the surrounding countries, but you also have the opportunity to come back. And I did get a very good internship opportunity with Anheuser-Busch, so I chose to come back because I knew that there was definitely potential for a full-time position through that internship. So I chose to come back for the 4 months. Then I returned to Germany in September and completed the entire year. And then I recently came back in July, and I started full-time again with Anheuser-Busch.
Right. So and that's the other great thing about the dual degree, is that it is a co-op program. So you've said internship, but it's co-op. Yeah. So you do a co-op placement in Canada.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, yeah. So, and where was your?
So you do a co-op placement out of second year, which is like you're young and everything's new. Yeah. So I did it with a company called MCO Corporation, which was totally different experience. I was in a warehouse. It was really interesting, and looking back, I totally loved it. I did the co-op out of second year, and then the second co-op in Europe or in Canada. And I chose to come back to Canada. Given the opportunity, there was excellent opportunity in Germany, and a lot of people are worried about language barrier. So I'm not fluent in German. I know the basics, and there were students that got full-time internships or co-op positions, and they didn't speak fluent German. So there is opportunities for English speakers working at ING Bank, Commerce Bank. There were quite quality opportunities.
Right, and so obviously the option of doing your degree here, spending time abroad, work experience in both countries, coming away with it with 2 degrees. Builds a pretty nice resume.
Yeah, so it's definitely what I find the most useful is, as you mentioned, it's only one of the kind, of the kind of company. Program. So when I was going and interviewing for companies, it's the first thing they talk about. It's such a conversation starter and such an icebreaker, because the term dual degree raises questions, and then you see the German university, and it's just so unique, and it's always something to talk about. And I think it helps, especially with recruiters. I think it sticks in their mind because it's so kind of bizarre for them to hear of a student going to 2 schools, getting 2 degrees, all in 4 years. Like, it's definitely a huge, like, I think it makes me unique.
Right, for sure. And the nice thing is, as you've mentioned, you had your second internship or co-op with Anheuser-Busch, and you're now working for them.
Yes,
and that's another wonderful thing about the co-op opportunities is that it often leads to full-time employment. In your case, it has. So you're there now.
Yep.
Yeah, and how's that? What do you do there?
So I work in a division called Solutions, and it's a huge problem solving is essentially the core of that division. And I work and I support the human resources team. So I do a lot of work with rewards, so pension and benefits and compensation, but from like a problem standpoint. So it's like quick reactions, always kind of putting out fires, so to say. So it's really like great, I think, that I had that experience in Germany, because there will be times if you go abroad where you're in a situation and you just don't know what to do, or something is thrown at you or you don't understand. And I think that was just personal development. It helps you handle things that you just are not prepared for, which is huge for me in my position with Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah. So overall, it sounds like the whole experience was absolutely positive for you. Yeah. And something you'd recommend?
I would 100% recommend it. I mean, it's just, looking back, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. There's nothing I would change. It's the people you meet, the things you're able to do when you're abroad are just like one of a kind.
And
really wonderful.
Were you as involved at EBS as you were when you were here at Goodman?
The school is different. So in Germany, the student culture is a lot different. There are no, like, campus life isn't really as important as academics are. So academics are the focus. There are student clubs, and there were student sports teams, and there were volunteer opportunities, and I did take advantage of a few, but there's not the same feeling as you are on the Brock campus, and I think personally that was a good thing, because it was almost as if I got to go to university twice and just have a completely different experiences both times. So I loved the clubs at Brock. They're wonderful. Like, absolutely get involved, and that made me satisfied. And then when I went to Germany, it was different. You know, focus on your academics, and also the ability to enjoy the culture, the ability to travel, and the ability to kind of move around and see new things. So that was, I think, just enriches everything from both sides.
Right. So you come away with an extremely well-rounded person.
Yeah, extremely,
Yeah, and you did get a chance to travel a bit when you were over there. Yeah, so you saw a lot of Europe.
Yes, you're able, like, I mean, once you're there, everything feels so close compared to Canada. I mean, everything's just next door.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There's plenty of time, especially to balance the school and the travel. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And we should say that the dual degree program is a highly competitive program to get into.
Yes, I've heard.
Yeah, it is. So there's a few spots and many applicants, and you have to keep your academics up throughout the whole thing. It's And
I will say, like, the small. So my cohort had 17 students go from Brock University to EBS, and you become so close, and you kind of have this relationship with your peers that is uncommon, because you all were displaced and you all go through this together. You become quite close.
Yeah.
So it is very wonderful. And you're all like-minded. You know, we all cared about our academics, and we all wanted to experience new things. So it was a really enriching environment, and you come out with lifelong friends.
Right. Well, great. It's so nice to hear that you had such a great experience and great time, and that it's all working out really well for you.
Yes.
And congratulations so much again today on graduating and on being a member of Beta Gamma Sigma.
Thank you.
And on your new position with Anheuser-Busch.
Thank you.
So you're starting out. All life, everything is just nothing but greatness ahead of you.
Yeah, hit the ground running.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Of course, thanks for having me.
And thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll chat soon.